Honourable Minister Naledi Pandor. Minister, Assalamu alaikum, thanks so much for joining us.
Wa alaikum salam, thank you very much for inviting me.
Minister, close to 20 years into democratization, you eloquently pointed that out earlier on during your address. As South Africans, how far have we come in as far as achieving an integrated society is concerned?
Well, I think South Africa is one of the nations in the world that have taken on the mantle of unity in diversity. This is most unusual. Very few countries acknowledge their diversity or, in fact, speak of it as a strength. We did so. So I think we have made strides. There is, of course, a great deal to do. But as I said this evening, one of the things I'm hoping we're going to become better at is celebrating that which we do well, while acknowledging that we have challenges. I think sometimes we focus far too much on the negative and very little on the positive that we have achieved as a nation. And I really was calling on us as a cohesive Muslim community to share that cohesiveness with the rest of South Africa and really help to build a united South Africa within this diversity that we love so much and make it work to build a strong nation, a nation that will be able to support Africa to grow into a stronger continent.
Minister, what do we say in response to many prophets of doom and critics who argue that transition 19 years later has been a tad slow? Although we see visible signs around us that we have made progress, but how would we respond to these prophets of doom immediately?
Well, one of the things that those who focus only on the negative, what they really do is to tell us which countries they're comparing us to.
Yes.
Which country had the experience of racism that we had for centuries and actually in 19 years has made the strides that we've had. Because what's important when you make an analysis is always to make it on the basis of proper research and proper reflection on the comparative perspective that you wish to illustrate. So throwing pejoratives doesn't assist us. What we want to understand is there a country in your experience that in 19 years has seen the changes that South Africa has seen? And if you can find one which had the history similar to our own, please illustrate it to us. My sense is you'll have a real difficulty finding it.
Absolutely.
So I believe we must acknowledge that there has been movement forward. There's a lot to be done, obviously, but one cannot be dishonest and pretend that there has been no change. In fact, to some degree, I think many commentators and historians would in fact express some wonder at us. Many would have expected that there'd be a racial conflagration in South Africa. There hasn't been one. We're trying to reconcile. We're working very hard at it. We're attempting to build a country that sees itself as one. We're beginning to make strides in that regard. The key issues which we must address, I believe, are those of poverty and inequality. As I said, these stand out as stark reminders of where we come from. But I have no doubt that in this country there exists the will, the resolve, the ability to actually move us to that place that we wish to be at.
I'm so sorry. If only I had just one last chance. I'm so sorry. But now it's too late to change the past. Oh, I live my life in the fast lane. I only live for today, and never really thought about anyone else. It was all about me, myself, and never did I ever stop for a moment to think of what's staring at me. I've been